Now, I want to tell you a story about the Apostle Paul, a follower of Jesus, and one of his friends by the name of Silas. Now, Paul and Silas had many adventures as they traveled around. One of Paul's greatest adventures was when he happened to be on a ship. Now, they weren't the kind of ships that we have today made of steel, big ocean liners, but they were mostly sailboats made of wood, and they would easily be tossed around in stormy weather. Paul was on this ship because he had been arrested again, and he had to appear before the emperor in the city of Rome. That was the capital city of the world at that time. Now, as the ship was going towards Rome, high winds slowed the ship down. It looked like stormy weather was ahead. It was a rough trip for Paul and the other prisoners as well as the crew. The Apostle Paul said, "Men, I perceive that this voyage will end with disaster," as he warned the captain. But the captain didn't listen. Out to sea they went when a huge storm hit them. They even tied ropes around the ship, hoping to keep it together and keep it from breaking apart. If the ship broke, it certainly would be a watery grave for all those on board. The ship was so tossed to and fro that the captain ordered everybody to lighten it up. They began to throw stuff overboard just to lighten the boat. Maybe that would help. During the night, an angel came to Paul, stood by him, and he told him, "Paul, everything is going to work out all right." The others were encouraged when Paul said the next day, "Take heart, men, for I believe God that it will be just as it was told me. However, we must run aground on a certain island." This took many days, and a few days later, the boat was blown near the island of Malta, and eventually it crashed in on the rocky shallows and broke apart. The captain commanded those who could swim to jump overboard first and get to land. The rest also escaped safely, some on boards, some on broken pieces of the ship, but they all made it safely to the island. On Malta, God showed his power. While they were gathering wood for fire, a viper bit Paul. The people thought surely he would die, the people of the island, but the viper's bite did no harm. Then the people thought Paul was a god, and so many people came, but God healed them after Paul would pray for them. Now, some things that we can learn from this story is that things don't always go our way. Sometimes terrible things happen to us. But if you read the rest of the story about Paul, many people heard about Jesus at Malta. Many people turned to him because of the work that God did through Paul. And it's same for us. There are times in life when things don't go very good. They don't turn out the way we want. But God is still with us. And if we are his, he will use us for good. And that's my prayer for each of you, that you will remember, even in bad and hard times, that God is with us and he can use it. He will protect us and look after us if we constantly look to him and trust him. God bless you.